Good morning, everybody. Steve Sabludowsky, Bayoubuzz.com. And today, I know everybody's sort of TV weary. I know I am. And this is the day after the big election, November 4th. So today's November 5th. And on a Google Hangout today, we have Lauren Chehardy and Jim Brown. Jim is a former Louisiana State Senator, Secretary of State, and Insurance Commissioner. Also, he writes a weekly column for Bayoubuzz and nationally, and he has a syndicated radio program. Lauren Chehardy is the former assessor of Jefferson Parish, a political analyst and an attorney. And guys, big day for Republicans, both in Louisiana and nationally. So, Lawrence, why don't you tell us in terms of Louisiana, what do you mean? What do you think this means for, say, the U.S. Senate race?
Well, Steve, every race is a new race, and certainly with a runoff in the Senate race, it's a brand new race. So you have to say that first and foremost. But given the vote that Senator Landrieu got, what Congressman Cassidy got, and the vote that Rob Maness got, when you look at the votes, you have to say that Congressman Cassidy appears to be in the driver's seat. When you take his vote and Colonel Maness's vote and add it together, it's well over 50%. And it's reasonable to assume that if everybody who voted for those three candidates shows up at the polls again on December 6th and votes their philosophy, you would assume that Colonel Maness's vote would go to Congressman Cassidy. So he has the edge going into this runoff. That doesn't mean he's automatically going to win, but it does give him an edge. This campaign is going to be interesting to see exactly how both Congressman Cassidy and Senator Landrieu motivate Louisiana voters to get to the polls and to vote for them. It's going to be interesting to watch how they accomplish that.
Yeah, it really will be. Jim?
Well, I certainly agree with Lawrence's analysis. Almost 60% of the voters did not agree to vote for their 18-year U.S. Senator, and then Mary has some problems involving the fact that she touts that she is the chairman of the Energy Committee. Well, she's no longer chairman because the Republicans have taken over that committee, have taken over control of the Senate. So it's a real uphill fight for her. Traditionally, in a runoff situation, you're not going to have quite the high turnout, but Republicans traditionally, and I'm speaking as former Secretary of State, will vote at a higher number than Democrats. So her best shot was in this last election yesterday. I don't think she has the momentum, quite frankly, to push that turnout any higher than it is, and it's not going to be, quite frankly, quite as high. She's got a real uphill fight, both because of her own making and because of what's happening nationally. I was watching a lot of the morning shows this morning, and the prognosticators, the pundits, are stunned at how big the Republican victories were, not just as far as the U.S. Senate, but the House of Representatives, the highest number that the Republicans have ever held in the U.S. House of Representatives since 1946. More governors than they've ever had. So you go across the board, it's been a Republican year. We're a red state, heavy Republican state. Barack Obama is not popular at all. Incumbents are not at their highest level right now. Most of the victories were new people coming into the Senate, not people that were reelected. And so you put all that together, and Mary Landrieu has a real uphill battle if she stays in this runoff. I assume she will, and that's the other question, too. What will the Democrats do? She's not relevant to control of the U.S. Senate, so will they probably spent most of their money. Will they go out and raise millions more to try to save her when the vote's not that relevant to begin with? So a lot of uncertainty that will shake out more in the next weeks to come, but when it all said and done, the odds are very much against her being reelected.